Once it dries we'll have a really nice dark leather. In fact I think I may just wash the leather and be done with it.
Yeah, that might work. 1 or 2 coats of wash, do you think?
Probably 1, just to speed it on its way.
Yeah, why not? We're definitely trying to show the end user how to get their results. So. And of course, I know and you know that there is a delicious lasagna in the oven, being cooked by my good lady. So.
Okay, so that's that. Let's get the boots going on. Right, he's got the steelies. If I was taking a bit more time on this, I'd paint the sole a different colour. But as I'm not...
I presume if you can see the underside, you could paint it perhaps a dirtier colour.
Yeah, but there's quite a deep indentation, well quite deep on the miniature scale between the boot and the sole, so paint up to that. And then when you do the sole, just try and leave a sort of a black line, thin black line, to mark the difference.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And obviously for orcs, the important thing is to keep it simple with your colour schemes. No Harlequin style diamonds and
some of them do quite like the yellow and red stripes, but I think that's been kind of withdrawn a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, and there's you can do like checker patterns and stuff.
It tends to be quite simple shapes and very contrasting colours from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And have we decided what clan this is yet?
No, this is a generic orc boy, so there's no clan markings on him because your son hasn't chosen his orc clan yet.
I think he was going for Goths actually.
Oh, because he's got the Ghazghkull Thraka miniature, which is huge.
So I think we will probably be pushing this army in a Goth direction.
It's a good job I decided to leave the uniform black then, because the Goth colour is black.
Oh, well this has worked in an ironic twist of fate in exactly the right direction.
Yes. I'd like to apologise, it's quite awkward to...
No, I mean we are seeing what you're doing. I think the problem when you've got something along these lines is, especially with this one where you're showing how to paint an assembled model, is that there is a lot of movement, and obviously your hands are going to be moving around to paint it.
Yeah.
No one can expect the paint just to miraculously appear on a model that's standing perfectly still at all times.
Yeah, if I could do it, you know, I'd charge a lot more than nothing.
Well, I'll pay you 3 times that right now.
It's very kind of you. Okay, so there's one boot done. And they do hold the points well, the Citadel brushes. I mean, they've come in for a bit of flack for not being, you know, as good as, because they're synthetic, for not being as good as a natural sable brush, but you know, they do the job, and they do the job well.
Well, as long as you take care of your brushes. I mean, we've had this discussion on and off camera about the right and wrong way to treat your brush, and today was actually the first time that my own son started using his brush to do some painting work under the tutelage of Rob, and he did exactly what I did, of course, which is stick it right in the bottom of the rinsing pot and scrape the bristles along the bottom, unfortunately, but he was corrected.
Fortunately, he was using a cheap brush.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his didn't come out too badly.
I think they came, both his and your daughter's came out very well.
Yeah, they both came out very well, and that was using the same instructions we're doing here. So.
Yeah, well, that was using less instruction than we're doing here, because I wanted to play you on Forza Motorsport.
Yes, and for their good old Forza, for their birthdays, of course, this year they'll both be receiving the Primetop DVD as their main and only presents.
What a great father you are.
Thank you. I do give parenting classes from the dingy cellar that I use as a playroom for the children.
Well, it's safest in this day and age to keep them underground.
Yeah, yeah. It's not particularly easy being a parent in this kind of easily scared society nowadays.
No, the media's got a fair amount to answer for.
They have.
Right, like a genius, I've been busy filling in the separation between the boot and the sole.
Is that the bit that you were going to do black?
Yeah, so don't you do that, but I'm trying to get this done.
Because you're trying to show us what to do if you make a minor error.
Yeah. So basically, we've got the brown on all the parts that are going to be brown, and once the boots have dried, I shall just prepare a wash.
Excellent.
And we'll just wash them, keep it nice and simple and quick, and there you go.
Excellent. Go.
Okay, for the wash for the leather, we're going to use brown ink with a touch of yellow ink to soften it, and we're just going to basically use a shading wash. So well, don't shake your inks because they foam up. So do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so this should make it a kind of a more yellowy, soft chestnut style ink. Ish. There we go, nice yellowy brown. And basically all we're going to do is what we've done before, just paint it on all the leather surfaces. So we'll start with the boots, and it will make the colour much more rich and make it nicely unified.
Oops. There we go.
So I'll be doing one coat on this. I would suggest that you guys do 2 or 3 coats to really get the colour glowing, because we're not highlighting the leather. If you want to highlight the leather, you would follow the same procedure we did with the arms, but from the base colour you would add some bleached bone. That's an optional stage, but for speed's sake, I mean, if you're doing, the average 40k boys mob, because they're so cheap points wise, can be anything between 20 and 40 miniatures. So, and that's before you get onto the character models, because you've got your big bosses, your boss in mega armor.
Do Gretchen still accompany orcs? Or?
They do, yeah. So you're going to be doing even more leather.
I was just thinking, I'd forgotten about Gretchen, of course.
Yeah, you're looking at hundreds of those.
Because they're pretty much disposables.
Yeah. Meat shield.
Yep.
Okay, so just paint it over your areas. We'll do his big Wall Street leather braces.
And what was the name you came up with in tribute of young Yahtzee again?
We're going to call him Gareth Gobblecock.
Gareth Gobblecock.
But it's not spelled how you think.
No, it isn't.
See?
It's spelled with a Q, I believe.
Yes, it's to break tabula rasa's obscenity filter.
That's the fellow.
Okay, so that's made it nice and rich and glowy brown. So that's that stage done.
Excellent. So in the next stage, it's approaching the leather. After which, because I believe you're going to be applying highlights to the black.
Yeah.
After which you're going to be doing some bronze finishing work.
Yeah.
And then believe